Oh.
Hey, you!
Oh, no! Oh, come on!
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Come on!
Oh.
Hey, you! Oh, man!
Oh. Oh. Hmm.
Awesome!
Hey! Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh. Awesome!
Oh.
Nice!
Valerie and Nicole must cut down some tree branches. They both climbed on the same branch and started sawing the wood. One of them isn't making an intelligent decision. Who? It's Valerie. She's cutting the part of the branch they're sitting on, while Nicole is sawing the outside branch. Philip and Diane went swimming. Diane wants to practice becoming a surfer, while Philip just wants to chill in the lake. One of them is making a big mistake. Can you see it? It's Philip. The sign says that the river is infested with alligators. Diane can easily surf in large waves while there's a storm. Sarah and Maria are spending the afternoon with their sons. Sarah took her boy to the swimming pool, and Maria is driving there with her son to meet them. Who should think twice about their actions? Maria. Her son isn't wearing a seatbelt in the front seat, and if she brakes, he could get hurt. Mike and Susie are both crossing the street while a car is approaching. Mike is walking and texting, while Susie is browsing through her phone while riding her bike. One of them isn't smart, but who? It's Susie. The car approaching is closer to her. Actually, Mike shouldn't be texting and walking either, but… George and Mindy are both walking through a construction site. Mindy is walking with her daughter, while George is alone. There's a hole in the middle of the pavement, but it seems nobody has seen it. Which of the two is in danger? George. The daughter is holding her mom's hand, and if she falls in, Mindy will pull her out. Daisy and Claire are driving their cars to work. Daisy is distracted putting on lipstick, while Claire is trying to eat her noodles with a fork. Who's not smart here? Both of them actually, but I'll give the edge to Claire. Forks are pointing, and she could be injured if she breaks suddenly. John and Lindsay are participating in an extreme selfie competition. John is posing with a large wave right behind him, while Lindsay is standing at the bottom of an erupting volcano. Can you guess who's in danger? It's John. Lava flows slower than water, and Lindsay has enough time to run. Ashley and Mary were walking in the forest when they spotted some barriers. Each picked a different plant to feed on, but one of them didn't make a smart decision. Guess who? It's Ashley. There's an unconscious bird next to the plant, which indicates it's poisonous. The endangered plant seeds can't be eaten. Jenna and Alice took their kids to the park. Jenna is on the phone while her son is playing with his toy truck, and Alice's kids are trying to build a snowman while she takes selfies. One of the moms isn't clever. Can you guess which? It's Alice. Her kids are too far away from, and there are cracks in the ice. Jenna is very close to her son, and she can protect him. Lucas and Sam are participating in a selfie challenge. Lucas poses with someone who fell off of a boat in a stormy ocean. Sam is snapping photos of herself in front of a house on fire. Who isn't acting smart? Lucas. He's the only one to help the person battling the waters, while in Sam's photo, the fire truck is already there. Jason went to the water park with his son. Jake is a firefighter and was called to put out a fire. Now, Jason is on the phone while a boy behind him struggles to stay on the surface of the pool. Jake is putting out a fire on a tree. Which of the two isn't bright? Jason. He's on the phone and can't hear the boy behind him. Jake is putting out the fire on the tree to prevent it from spreading to the forest. Lucy and Jack are both doing work on two different buildings. Lucy is sitting outside on the second floor, trying to clean the window. Jack is climbing down an apartment complex. Which of the two is less clever? Jack. Even if he's wearing a helmet, the height difference is enough to injure him. Mary and Richard are going on a riding trip, while their friend Charlie is riding alone. One of the two motorcyclists is making a huge mistake. Can you see who? It's Richard. It's more dangerous to ride with your eyes closed than without a helmet. The Johnsons and the Smiths are spending some quality time at home. The Johnsons are busy watching a movie while their kid is near the cat food. The Smiths are doing some gardening while the baby is closer to earthworms. Which of the kids is in more danger? The Smiths' baby. Worms carry a lot of bacteria that can be transferred to humans. Sean and Maggie went for their afternoon walk. Maggie finished shopping and is taking a shortcut through the forest while Sean went to the park for some fresh air. They're both approaching a broken bridge. Who will fall in? Maggie. Sean is holding a white cane, and he'll understand there's no ground a few inches away. But Maggie is distracted and looking straight ahead instead of at the ground. These two travelers are so tired, they fell asleep on the job. Sally fell asleep while driving a car, while Mark passed out while piloting an aircraft. Whose decision isn't smart? Sally's. When one pilot is asleep, the co-pilot can take over. But sleeping while behind the car wheel is a lot more dangerous. Simon and Kyle are at the train station. Simon is sliding backward down the stair railings while taking selfies. Kyle is sitting on the platform with his legs extending over the train track. Which of the two isn't sharp-witted? Kyle. Simon can see behind him with his phone, and even if he falls, he'll be safe. But Kyle is distracted on his phone and can't see the train coming. If he falls in the tracks, there won't be enough time for him to get out. Michael is ready to break into a house that has a dog. Karen is putting the jacket on her daughter in the middle of the street. Who is in more danger? Karen and her daughter. They're kneeling and don't see the car approaching, while Michael can spot if there's a dog in the yard or not. Dan and Josh are spending their Saturday evening at home. Dan went to cut some wood with a shovel, while Josh started a fire in the bathroom. One of them is making a huge mistake. Tell me who. It's Josh. An indoor fire on carpet is not a good idea. Cutting wood with a shovel may be impossible, but it's safe. Olivia and Barbara are pregnant, and they want to have some fun before giving birth. Olivia went to have an acupuncture session, while Barbara went water skiing. Who should rethink their actions? Barbara. Acupuncture is safe during pregnancy, while water skiing is dangerous. Susan and April are spending their weekends with their daughters. Susan took her daughter to the beach. A huge tornado is approaching, and she's taking selfies. April put her baby in a bathtub, and she's taking selfies without looking at her baby. Which mother isn't smart? Susan. Her daughter is exposed to dangerous weather in the ocean, while April can reach and grab her daughter in case something happens. Mary and Linda took their babies for a walk. Mary took her son to the beach, while Linda took her daughter to the park where it started to rain. They both have umbrellas, but which mom isn't bright? It's Mary. Without protection, her son will get a painful sunburn. Both Alice and Liam are spending time with their sons. Alice is ready to cross a very busy street to get to the park, while Liam shows the moon and stars to his son. One of the parents is making a big mistake. Can you see which? Liam. Alice is holding her son's hand. Liam let his boy stand on the railings without holding him. Joanna and Sissy are spending the day at home. Joanna is doing her spring cleaning, while Sissy is trying to feed her son. Which of the two should rethink their actions? Sissy. There's no danger if the vacuum cleaner isn't plugged in, but it isn't a good idea to feed babies chunks of chicken with a knife and a fork. Ruth is spending the evening with her grandson, and Adam went camping. Ruth spotted a cockroach and began spreading pesticides everywhere. Adam sprayed deodorant all over him next to a fire. Who is less intelligent? It's Ruth. Even though Jason sprayed something in a pressurized can next to a fire, he's still in an open space. But Ruth is with a baby in an enclosed house filled with harsh chemicals.
Jeepers creepers. Ew.
Well, hi! Are you a good problem solver? If it's a hard question for you, try to crack these tricky riddles. If you succeed, it's a solid yes. Remember to give yourself 1 point for each solved case. Which one is the best friend? James was at work when he found out he'd won the lottery. He told his accountant he wanted to give half the money to his best friend Jack. But everyone started calling themselves Jack to deceive the accountant and get the money. Can you figure out who the real best friend is? You've got 7 seconds. It's the one who's wearing a matching bracelet with James. A mysterious disappearance. Amy and Chris have a little son called Noah. On Saturday, they went out to dinner and left Noah at home. When they returned, the little boy was gone. The alarmed parents called the police. The detective questioned everyone in the house. The babysitter said she had been preparing Noah's school bag for the next day. The maid said she had spent the day cleaning the bathrooms. The chef said he had been preparing breakfast for the next day and hadn't heard anything. The police immediately knew who was lying. Can you figure it out? It was the babysitter. It's Saturday, and children don't go to school on Sundays. A garage incident. Rob works as a mechanic in his own garage. One afternoon, he went out to get some supplies. When he came back, he noticed someone had been messing around in his office. The intruder tried to put everything back the way it had been before, but they forgot some small detail. Can you spot it? There's a lipstick mark on Rob's coffee cup, and his chair is lowered. Who did it? A billionaire was found unconscious by his wife. It was on Sunday at 6:30 in the morning. As soon as the woman saw him, she called the police. The detective questioned everyone in the house. The billionaire's wife said she had gone out to buy her husband a gift for their anniversary. The butler said he had been fixing some car tires. The gardener said he didn't talk to the billionaire. He was working outside and never went inside the house. As soon as the police listened to everyone's story, they knew who did it. You have 7 seconds to find the truth. It was the wife. No gift shops are open at 6:30 in the morning on Sunday. Who's poor? A restaurant owner found out that he'd won the lottery. He was going to donate half this money to the poorest person in the room. Can you figure out who it is? It's the guy in the white shirt. He has just several coins to pay for his meal, and he only ordered some fries. Everyone else has a 3-course meal in front of them. What happened at the North Pole? Sam was trying to impress his new colleagues with exciting stories. During lunch, he told them about the time he went on an expedition to the North Pole. While he was there, he injured his leg and couldn't walk. His friends had to carry him to their shelter and call for help. On their way back, some penguins started following them. As soon as his colleagues heard that, they started laughing. Why? Well, there are no penguins at the North Pole. Who's cheating? It's Friday, and all students have gathered in a big lecture hall to write their end-of-year exam. The teacher has been informed that one student is going to cheat. But who? You've got 7 seconds to find out. The answer is student C. It looks as if he's trying to remember what he's read, but he has the answers written on his hand. The Game Show Prize. John was competing in a knowledge game show. He got stuck on the last question and called his friend to ask for help. If they solve the final riddle, he'll win the main prize. The question goes like this. If you're jumping with a parachute, where should you land? An ocean? A jungle? A desert? Time's a ticking. Opt for the desert. If you land on water, you might get trapped in the parachute and drown. In a jungle, you might get stuck in tree branches. But the sand in a desert is soft, and you can cover yourself with the parachute to fend off the heat. A trapped sailor. Tim is a sailor on a large cruise ship. One day, the captain asked him to go to the hold and get supplies. But as the man was walking down the ladder, it broke. Try as he might, he couldn't get out. Sometime later, he discovered there was a hole in the side of the ship. More and more water was getting inside through this hole. How can Tim get out? You have just a few seconds to help him out. He can put on one of the life jackets that are in the room and wait for the water to fill the hole. This water will lift him up, and he'll be able to push the door open. Who took the supplies? Mrs. Ruth was heading home after she finished her hot dog and burger shopping. Suddenly, she saw someone running toward her. This person grabbed her bag filled with food and her wallet. The woman immediately called the police and told them what had happened. She added it was a man wearing sunglasses and a black hoodie. Police officers started patrolling the park. They found the hoodie and the glasses. Can you figure out which of these people took Mrs. Ruth's things? It's the one with the dog. The animal can smell the food the man's holding, and it's waiting for a treat. What happened to the chef? A prestigious restaurant chef called the police to report that someone had hit him on the head. He came round in the storage room. The detectives narrowed it down to 3 suspects. The cook? I don't know what happened to the chef, but I didn't think of checking the storage room. The waiter? I was too busy with clients and didn't even look for the chef. The cleaner? I was organizing the cellar because it was dirty. When the detectives heard that, they knew right away who did it. Can you figure it out too? It was the cook. Nobody told him the chef was in the storage room. Time to hire a new cook. Trapped in an engineering lab. Mike was walking home from work when a cute dog lured him into a mysterious basement. As soon as they walked in, the animal turned into 3 giant robots. Mike had to outsmart them, but how? On the table, there was a screwdriver, a wireless sprinkler system, a hammer, and a fire extinguisher. You have 7 seconds to pick the best option. He should use the wireless sprinkler system. The water will stop the robots. A safe island. Chris went on a boat trip to explore marine life. While sailing, he saw a storm coming. The man needed to get out of the water immediately. There were 3 islands in front of him, but only one was safe. Which one should he pick? The first island was filled with venomous spiders. The second was swarming with sharks. The third one was deserted and covered with white bones. Which should Chris opt for? The second one. Sharks can't survive without water, and Chris will be fine there. How did she do it? Emily was standing on the east side of the river, and Anna was on the west side. Anna shouted to Emily to come and meet her, and Emily did that. There was no bridge, but she crossed the river without getting wet. How did she do it? The river was frozen. The airport base. Someone cut the power in the entire city one night. Then, this person sneaked into the airport to get some important documents which arrived that day. But this mysterious stranger got into a trap and now needs to escape as soon as possible. In the east, the airport is protected by an electric fence. In the west, it's guarded by large trained dogs. Soldiers secure the southern side. In the north, there's a giant mountain that blocks the way. Which way should this person choose to escape? The east side. The electricity is out, and so is the fence. Now, if you have 1 to 5 correct answers, watch more riddle videos and try to understand all the tricky details. If your score is 6 to 10 points, spend more time on developing your problem-solving skills. If you manage to crack 11 to 15 riddles, then I've got nothing to teach you.